Also, rewards cards generally charge more than standard cards because you're getting something back. And store cards are known for heftier interest rates that often overshadow any discounts you receive for signing up. To make matters even more complicated, you need to understand that a single card can have a few different APRs. There can be a purchase APR. This is the standard interest rate and the one you should be most concerned about. It will be applied to the things you buy with that card. A cash advance APR. Believe it or not, you can use your credit card to withdraw cash, a loan of sorts. Unfortunately, it also comes with a high interest rate and no grace period, which means that this kind of loan is for serious emergencies only. A balance transfer APR. Often a separate rate is applied to balances that are transferred from another card. There may be a teaser rate involved, 0% for 6 months, and then the interest rate on the transferred debt will jump, often higher than the purchase APR. Penalty APR. Your interest rate may increase if you're late or delinquent in your payments. Under the Credit Card Act of 2009, it must revert back to the original rate after 6 months of consecutive on-time payments. And an introductory APR. These are the offers you see in your mailbox that boast 0% APR for 6 months or even a year. While you may get that rate, and often it's reserved for borrowers with pristine credit, the APR will typically jump after the introductory period, so it's important to find out what your new rate will be if you don't plan on paying off your balance in that time. There are also fixed rate and variable rate cards. Cards that carry a fixed APR generally hold the interest rate steady, although it can still change if the company provides you with 45 days written notice. Thankfully, credit card reforms provide that the rate at which you incur a debt will be the rate at which you're allowed to pay it off. Variable rate cards carry interest rates that fluctuate on the basis of the prime or treasury bill rate. Before you sign up for a credit card, be sure to read and understand the terms and conditions, aka the fine print. Compare a few different cards to make sure you're getting a good deal, and if the rate on your current card seems high, give the company a call and ask them to lower it. Question 41. Should I co-sign a loan for my child, significant other, or anyone else? When you co-sign a loan, you are putting your credit on the line, plain and simple. If the person you're signing for makes any of the mistakes that damage a credit score, paying late, missing payments, defaulting, it's going on your file as a big black mark. Your credit score will be dragged through the mud right along with theirs because you're both liable for the loan. Worse yet, if this person loses contact with you, you're in trouble. Let's say you co-sign a loan for a boyfriend and you go through a messy breakup. You don't hear from him for a few years, and when you go to get a mortgage, your credit score is 100 or 200 points lower than you thought it was. Why? He hasn't been making the payments on that auto loan. And you don't know it, because typically the creditor doesn't send notices to your home. They send them to the address of the person responsible for making the payments. This scenario shows up in my email box all too often. Other cons of co-signing? In some states, creditors can collect the unpaid debt from you without first trying to collect from the borrower, which means that in addition to a bruised credit score, you could be stuck with the balance as well as the late fees and collection costs. According to the FTC, studies have shown that when co-signed loans go into default, 3 out of 4 co-signers end up paying on the loan. Even if the person you signed for is spot on with his payments, having this loan on your credit file will increase the amount of your outstanding debt, which means your utilization ratio, the amount of debt you're carrying versus the amount you have available to you. That utilization ratio will take a hit. If you need a loan of your own, you may be turned down because you're already borrowing too much money. Now that said, the Card Act makes it impossible for a child